There is a sound that breaks silence like a stone dropped into still water. It starts small, then the ring grows. Some voices echo across ages. Some voices never stop calling. A mother cries out with life and fear. A father watches the first breath. Two boys are born. Two names are spoken into the dust. One name will carry a promise. The other will carry a shadow. This is the story of brothers. This is the story of worship. This is the story of a choice that became a crime. You are listening to the Bible Navigator, where each ancient story becomes a map for the heart. If this tale stirs you, subscribe to the Bible Navigator and come with us through every road of the Word, from the first family to the nations that followed. Adam and Eve left Eden with heavy steps. They carried memory like a slow ache. The world outside the garden was harsher. The work was harder. The nights were colder. But life went on. Children came. Names were given. The family grew. Adam and Eve watched their sons play and learn. Each child was a new dawn after grief. Cain was the firstborn. He grew under the sun. He learned the naming of things. He learned to clear the fields. He learned to plant and to sweat. In his hands the soil turned. He smelled of earth and weather. Abel was born later. He tended the flocks. He walked on soft grass. He learned to soothe the lamb, to read the signs of wind and rain. His hands smelled of wool and milk. He watched the flock with steady eyes. The brothers grew with different work and different rhythms. They shared their days, but not the same tasks. Both heard the stories of Eden at night. Both listened to the promises that had been spoken. Both knew the pain of exile. Yet in home and hearth, life also knew small joys. The boys ran among stones and trees. They raced along streams. They ate together. They argued. They made up. The family cooked, mended, prayed by evening light. They told and retold the voice that once walked in the cool of the day. Still, the world pressed on them. The land asked for sweat. Wolves watched flocks. The human heart learned the feel of want. Silence grew cracks. Small things began to matter more than before. Time slid by like sand through a hand. Seasons turned. The people learned law by work and prayer. They learned to mark time with offerings. Offerings came from the ground and from the flock. Men gave what they had. They set gifts beside the altar of memory. They lifted them up, not to barter, but to say, "We remember, we give back." Cain brought of the fruit of the ground. He offered wheat, grain, fruit, the product of his labor. He piled his hands with the result of his sweat. He worked the soil. He knew the earth by touch. Abel brought of the firstborn of his flock. He brought the best. He brought a lamb that had not blemish. He broke his bread, careful and reverent. He placed living breath with his gift. He knew the lamb by closeness. Both offerings rose as smoke. Both gifts were laid before the presence they remembered. Both brothers stood with the same sky above. But the eyes that looked at the gifts were not the same. The text says the Lord respected Abel and his offering, but Cain and his offering he did not respect. That sentence falls like a stone into a pond. Its rings go far. What did it mean that God respected one and not the other? Was it the gift, the gesture, the heart? To hear this as a simple story is to miss the sharpness inside it. People are shaped by why they give. A gift is small. The heart that gives is larger. Abel's offering came from faith. He offered his lamb because he trusted. He gave the first and best. His action said, "I know I belong to God." That kind of offering opens hands and makes room in the chest for dependence. Cain's offering came from his work. He offered fruit of the ground. He gave what he had, produced. His action said, "I will give what I earn." That kind of offering closes the hand. It can carry pride without word. God looked, and in his look, the lines of destiny were drawn. Acceptance and favor touch souls. Rejection and coolness can poison them. Cain felt the chill. His face fell. The text says his countenance fell. His inner life changed. A green seed named envy took root. Pride clenched his jaw. The heart that had known labor now tasted rejection, and it burned. God did not leave Cain in his rage. The voice spoke, not as a verdict, but as a chance. "Why are you angry?" the Lord asked. It is a gentle question, a hand held out, an attempt to wake a sleeping soul. The Lord gave counsel. He spoke of doing well. He warned of sin crouching at the door. He told Cain that mastery belongs to him. He could rule over the wrong inside himself. It reads like a father's speech. He gave the rule, choose good. He offered a path out of the dark. But Cain only listened with part of his ears. He heard the sting, not the cure. The wound widened. Anger found company in thought. The seed sprouted into a plan. People can hear rescue and still turn away. They can be told the cure and still prefer the wound. Cain chose the path of hardness. "Let us go out to the field," Cain said to Abel. The phrase is simple. The moment was ordinary. The field was not a temple. It was not a crowd. It was earth and sky, open and still. Abel trusted his brother. He walked beside him with the strength of a shepherd, unaware of the storm behind Cain's face. The field was a place of labor and sometimes confession. Many hard things happened in fields. Births, deaths, storms. The field keeps human noise in its wide chest. They stepped into the peace. The day was hot. The animals grazed. The sun moved in a blank sky. No one else saw what would happen. No one else knew the weight Cain carried. The first strike came quick. It was private. The blow hit the head, not the heart. But blood speaks in the ground. Abel fell. The lamb of his life lay still in the dust. The earth drank what no soil had ever known. Cain stood over him and did not speak. The land held its breath. The brothers' names, once safe in the family circle, now rent the air. Then Cain replied to the question that would pierce him for generations, "Am I my brother's keeper?" It was a bitter answer. It was an attempt to put space between men. It was a refusal of responsibility, a denial of the tie that binds us to one another. But the ground remembered. The blood soaked into the earth. The cry of blood, the text says, cried out to God. There was a voice in blood. It tells the story of wrong done. It asks for justice where law is thin. It calls out in a language older than men, "Answer me." God asked Cain, "Where is your brother Abel?" Then he spoke the truth back to Cain. "Your brother's blood cries to me from the ground." Justice rang clear. The land that once gave fruits now held the first murder. The voice moved with sadness and firmness. Cain's sentence was not only exile, but change of heart turned outward. The Lord told Cain the ground would no longer yield its strength to him. The soil, that it accepted cultivation, would now resist. Cain would be a wanderer. This was a grave consequence. The one who had tilled and held land would now face land that pushed back. The worker would become rootless. Cain protested in fear. He said his punishment exceeded what he could bear. He feared for his life, for others might kill him. Yet even in the sentence, mercy appeared. The Lord put a mark on Cain and said anyone who killed him would suffer vengeance sevenfold. The mark functioned as protection. The mark functioned as a sign that vengeance belongs to God. Cain left the Lord's presence and built a city. He named it Enoch after his son. He made skill and craft his companion. He became a builder among wanderers. Some history gave him a line of artisans and musicians. Civilization grew even from that pain.
You've just listened to Cain and Abel, the blood that spoke from the ground. A story of jealousy, mercy, and the unending echo of grace. If this story moved your heart, subscribe to the Bible Navigator, where the Word comes alive through sound, storytelling, and spirit.